Hello everyone, my name is Jose Macias. I'm a Senior Electrical Engineer and the Dynamics Engineering Department Manager here at ETAP. Today, we're going to introduce you to a brand new feature that will join the ETAP family of solutions for power system simulations, the Graphical Motor Parameter Estimation, or just GMP. As you might know already, electric motors are the workhorses of almost every type of industry, from pumps to compressors to fans and conveyors. They consume more than half of the industrial electricity worldwide. And with so much energy and investment tied to motors, engineers face three key challenges: accurately modeling and predicting motor performance, ensuring reliable operation during acceleration, and making sound economic financial decisions on motor purchases and replacements. So to overcome these challenges, let's explore how GMP helps engineers by combining motor modeling, motor performance simulation, energy usage analysis, and lifecycle economic evaluation all in one integrated tool. When it comes to power system calculations, induction motors are typically represented or modeled by an equivalent circuit that includes stator resistance and reactance, magnetizing reactance, core losses resistance, and rotor resistance and leakage reactance. These parameters are essential for predicting motor performance for different types of studies, but they're not always available. Traditionally, engineers rely on complex tests, typical data approximations, or manufacturer information whenever available to obtain these parameters. GMP simplifies this process by entering readily available nameplate data or performance curves such as the torque versus speed, current versus speed, and power factor versus speed to graphically estimate the motor circuit model parameter. So let's take a look at how to start using GMP with an example project. The GMP tool can be launched from either the Tools menu on the ribbon bar or from the actual motor acceleration module ribbon bar on the icon that I'm highlighting right now. Once the tool is launched, we can see that at the very top, you'll notice the different workflow tabs specifically used for GMP to guide the engineers through a complete motor evaluation process. We start here with the Graphical Motor Parameter Estimation tab, and then move on to the Dynamic Motor Acceleration, and finally to the Motor Lifecycle Cost Analysis. In this way, the tool supports the entire journey from building the actual motor model to simulating its performance, to actually understanding its long-term economic impact. Now, in the center of the dialog, we have the actual graphical results section, which gives us an immediate visual validation of our motor circuit model parameters, where we can see the motor curves for torque, current, and power factor versus speed. And basically where the estimated performance can be directly compared against the manufacturer's reference curves whenever they're available. Additionally, GMP also includes the rotor resistance and reactance variation with the speed to account for the rotor's deep bar effects. And finally, along the bottom section of the window, we have the actual input tabs. The first tab is for the actual circuit model parameters, and then the simulation tab, in which all the motor starting simulation settings are to be entered, like the starting time, simulation time step, and some plot options that we'll discuss in more detail in a few minutes. The Motor Nameplate tab includes the fundamental motor information such as the voltage and horsepower, as well as other ratings that are used in the parameter estimation process. The Import-Export page allows you to import manufacturer curves, if available, for parameter estimation, as we'll see in a minute, but also to obtain the results through an Excel report that can be generated as a deliverable. Also, mechanical parameters such as inertia or the actual motor load torque characteristics can be entered for the simulations on the Mechanical tab. Then, the Motor Selection tab allows you to configure and set a data grid in which dozens of motors, if required, can be added so the estimation and acceleration simulations can be performed simultaneously as a batch process for all the motors in your facility. Additionally, this grid serves the purpose of a database for GMP projects that can be saved and accessed or worked on at a later date if necessary. The next tab I'd like to point out is the Energy Usage tab. Here, engineers can move beyond electrical parameters and into real-world operating scenarios. You can define the motor's duty cycle and operating time, and once all those conditions are set, GMP calculates the total energy consumed by the motor and estimates the associated costs using tariff information or energy price inputs. And the outputs update instantly so you can compare how different motors or different efficiency classes will perform under the same operating profile. And last but not least is the lifecycle cost tab. This is where GMP brings the engineering and financial perspectives together. In addition to performance and energy usage, you can input the purchase cost, maintenance costs, and operating expenses for the motor, and then GMP runs a lifecycle cost analysis, giving you key financial metrics such as payback period and net present value for the entire project duration. So after this introduction and for this first example, I have already entered the motor data in the nameplate page. So you can see that based on the nameplate parameters and some basic ratings like log rotor torque and log rotor current, as well as no load current, we can go ahead and switch to the parameters section, and when selecting the nameplate estimation method, we could basically estimate the motor circuit parameters using the mentioned nameplate data that has been entered. And we can compare these with the existing parameters, which right now are just the default ones, but once they are compared and approved, they can be replaced to see the actual motor performance curves on the graphs. Now, going one step beyond in the motor circuit parameter estimation, we can import the manufacturer's characteristic curves for torque, current, and power factor versus speed. After digitizing those curves from manufacturer datasheet or test reports, and once imported, they can also be viewed and verified before using them for the calculations. When the manufacturer curves method is selected in the parameters tab, GMP will then utilize these characteristic curves, which are shown in red color, to estimate the motor parameters. The green curves represent the newly estimated parameters, which, as you can see, closely match with the ones from the manufacturer curves. What's also very important and powerful about this tool is that the graphical controls allow the user to easily change any circuit model parameter and immediately see the effect on the motor performance curves. Additional methods are available for cases where power factor data may not be provided by the manufacturer. We'll later see how that also affects the actual dynamic motor acceleration once we start running some more simulations. This characteristic is especially useful and applicable for situations in which we are at the design stage of a motor and some specific requirements may be needed for the motor operation or performance. And as you can see, the immediate effect of the variation is observed on the plots. Now, let's move to one of the most critical aspects of motor performance, which is the acceleration. For engineers working in industrial or utility systems, starting a motor is often one of the most stressful operating conditions. During startup, the motor draws very high inrush current, often between 5 to 7 times rated current, and must develop enough torque to accelerate the connected load to rated speed. If acceleration is too slow, the motor can overheat. If the torque is insufficient at any point, the motor may stall. And in weak power systems, the high starting current can cause voltage dips, flicker, or even unintentionally trip protective devices. So, the ability to predict acceleration performance before installing a motor is a huge advantage. That's exactly what GMP provides, the capability of performing numerous motor acceleration simulations for different what-if operating conditions without having to actually build a model for your entire facility. Switching back to ETAP, once we've estimated the motor equivalent circuit parameters, we can use them to simulate the motor dynamic acceleration under different operating conditions. GMP combines the motor's electrical circuit model with a specified load torque curve, which can be entered through the mechanical page, for example, a fan load or pump load, or any custom mechanical torque profile, and then solves the differential equations of motion to compute the time response of important results such as speed, torque, current, among other important signals which are going to be displayed in the dynamic motor acceleration tab that I'm highlighting right now in the GMPE window. And these indicators give engineers visibility into how long it takes the motor to reach rated speed, whether it clears the load torque across the full speed range, and what stresses on the system may occur during startup. So let's walk you through a couple of examples using the estimated motor parameters. But first, in the mechanical tab, we're going to define a load torque curve, which in this case, let's say, is a cubic torque profile, typical of centrifugal pumps, for example. And once the load torque characteristics are applied, we can switch to the simulation tab. And after we enter the simulation time, start time, time step, and so on, we can simply perform or execute the calculations, and then switch to the dynamic motor acceleration tab to see the actual plots. So here we can see that based on the estimated parameters, the speed versus time curve is plotted on the screen along with several other signals that are also important in the motor acceleration status. Notice how this motor smoothly accelerates to rated speed within about 9 seconds or so. So let's now compare these with an alternative operating condition like, for example, a decreased load. Let's say this motor starts partially loaded. So we can reduce this load to 50% and simply enable the append feature for the plots and rerun the calculations with a new condition. And we can see how the differences are clearly observed in the plots. Now, with the decreased load, the motor accelerates faster, as you can see on the plots. We could also check the behavior of the motor acceleration under degraded voltage conditions. We just need to reduce the terminal voltage of the motor, and we can see the effect of the new operating condition in the plots again. Or maybe even under different frequencies, let's say under degraded frequency conditions. So we can see the effect on the speed, torque, current, active and reactive power. But on top of that, we could even evaluate the effect of each one of the parameters of the motor circuit model in the actual motor acceleration performance. So for that, we could start by clearing the plots and getting the initial results again on the screen. And we're going to enable the auto run feature and switch to the parameters page, where we can start this motor and evaluate the effect of increasing the stator resistance and see what the effect will be in the actual results. So we can see that for this new motor, the simulation shows a slightly longer acceleration time, about 3 to 4 more seconds. But you can also see, once we switch to the graphical motor parameter estimation tab, that the torque margin between the motor and load is narrower, which could be risky in weaker systems. If we have a severe voltage drop, we may end up with the motor stalling during the acceleration because, as we know, the motor torque is proportional to the square of the terminal voltage. So what we have demonstrated with this example is how GMPE can help engineers evaluate different options before actually committing to the purchase or the replacement of an existing motor by executing various simulations. This makes it possible to catch potential starting issues early and reduce the risk of failed startups, and it helps to make sure your motor selection is both technically and economically sound. Now, when it comes to economic decisions, one of the most important considerations for motors in the industry is their energy usage. As you know already, motors are responsible for more than half of the industrial electricity consumption worldwide, and often they run continuously for years. So even small improvements in efficiency can yield a significant cost savings. But to make informed decisions, engineers need to go beyond rated values. They need to calculate energy consumption under actual load cycles and duty patterns. So in GMPE, the Energy Usage tab lets you calculate how much energy a motor consumes under specific operating conditions. We can define duty cycles, operating hours, average energy prices, or even demand charges that industrial facilities are required to pay to the utility companies. And with this data, GMP calculates kilowatt-hour consumption for specific profiles, as well as annual energy costs using tariff information, allowing you to compare different motors under the same operating scenario and making efficiency differences visible in financial terms. But of course, energy usage is only part of the story. When deciding whether to purchase or replace a motor, engineers and managers need to evaluate the total life cycle cost, including purchase price, installation, operating expenses, and maintenance. This is where many projects stall, because engineers may prove that a motor is technically better, but decision makers want to evaluate the financial aspects of it in more detail. The Lifecycle Cost tab in GMPE brings this perspective together, allowing you to input capital costs, such as for the purchase and installation of the motor, operating costs for energy usage and maintenance, as well as financial parameters like discount and tax rates. And from this, GMPE computes key economic metrics such as total cost of ownership, payback period, net present value, and return of investment. This means that you can evaluate not only how the motor runs, but also how it pays back. Now let's summarize what we learned today. As we all know already, motors account for nearly 60% of all the electricity consumed in industrial facilities. Yet, many engineers still struggle with incomplete data, fragmented tools, and time-consuming efforts when it comes to analyzing motor performance. The need for a unified, engineer-friendly tool has never been greater, especially as industry focuses on improving efficiency, reducing downtime, and making smarter investment decisions. ETAP graphical motor parameter estimation brings together in one environment the ability to accurately estimate motor parameters from nameplate or manufacturer data, simulate acceleration and predict starting performance, calculate energy consumption and identify efficiency improvements, perform life cycle economic analysis to support investment decisions, and much more. With ETAP GMPE, engineers no longer have to juggle separate tools to answer critical motor questions. Instead, they can estimate, model, simulate, and evaluate all within a single platform that was designed specifically for motor analysis and decision making. I hope you found it useful, and please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. We look forward to hearing back from you.